Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Oz New Zealand 4-Key Mania Tournament 2025. I am Lusty Platypus, solo commentating today. We have a very exciting match, a bracket A match, Bl1x3r versus Ainsel. I believe Ainsel is seed 10 and Bl1x3r seed 7 in the A bracket, and both very closely competitive in the qualifiers. This is the first time I'm going to be seeing them playing in the tournament, and I'm very excited. I think this is a very strong potential for a close match. They're very competitive in similar skill sets. I think Bl1x3r has slightly stronger accuracy from what I saw, and Ainsel slightly stronger LN, so we might see some bias there. And we've already seen a few banger matches as well in this bracket. Yesterday, we saw a tiebreaker and some very strong accuracy plays come out in the bracket, so I'm very keen to see how this one goes. We can see we're gonna, I believe Bl1x3r won the roll, and we're gonna see Bl1x3r's Protect coming out here. And it's gonna be protecting the SV pick, Good Life. I think it's a very common play for players who have practiced it. Now we're going to see Ainsel's Protect and Ban. I suspect we'll see an LN Protect here. No, we see HB2 protected. Dispel / function. Now we're going to see the ban from Ainsel. I wonder... Swamp Thing banned here, the Jack pick. Very interesting. Now we're going to go into Bl1x3r's ban here. I suspect maybe we'll see LN ban, or potentially the other HB. Might be interesting to see if these players just avoid LN altogether. I don't think they had particularly bad performances in the LN category compared to each other. Oh, I think we're going to see a Bird Brain. Yeah, Bird Brain banned by Bl1x3r after an apology. Very unfortunate. We will not be seeing Bird Brain picked for this match. And here we go. Coming into the first pick of the match by Bl1x3r. I wonder if we're going to jump straight into the SV, or they're going to keep it for later. Now we're going straight for Rice 1. I suspect we're going to see a lot of Rice picks in this match. Both players did quite well on stage 5. And we're starting here now. The first map of Bl1x3r versus Ainsel. Seed 7 versus Seed 10 in Bracket A of Oz New Zealand 4-Key Mania Tournament 2025. Let's see how it goes. This pick, of course, OD8, 131 BPM. Quite a quick map, and only 2 minutes 27, so any misses here could be quite fatal. And you can see already the accuracy from both players is very competitive with each other. I think it's 1/300 combined from both players. And then we're coming to the streams here, and still both players holding quite strong in the initial streams here. It's close, it's flickering back and forth as you can see, but there's a slight accuracy lead for Ainsel here. Still, anyone's game. It's going to depend on who makes the first mistake here. Like I said at the start of the match, I think Bl1x3r slightly exceeds Ainsel in the accuracy department, so if nothing goes wrong for both players here, I think Bl1x3r will take these points just shyly. Coming to the first difficult part of the map. And you can see the accuracy difference coming to show a small 2,000 point lead here for Bl1x3r. Approaching now the 900 combo mark. You can see still nothing major happening. Both players are very strong on these Rice picks here, but the accuracy Ainsel slightly dragging on the accuracy, which means that there's a few more 300s than Bl1x3r. And you can see the error margin slightly larger for Ainsel as well. Very insane accuracy score for Bl1x3r here coming into the second half of the map. Oh, but a miss for Bl1x3r is going to be absolutely devastating. You see the lead immediately goes over to Ainsel. That's going to be huge for Ainsel here as we build up back to the 400 combo mark for Bl1x3r. I think the accuracy difference is slight, but it's not going to be enough to mitigate the miss. He's really going to need to see some big accuracy drops or even a miss from Ainsel to come to bring this back up to the 400 combo mark so we can see the damage. About 3,500 points, or just shy of that. And we're coming towards the end of the map. I think it's going to be quite hard to bring this back. If there's a miss from Ainsel, there might not be enough combo left to actually completely bring it back, but the score is slowly coming back to Bl1x3r. Now only a 1,500 point lead. Oh, we can see it flickering back to Bl1x3r here. It's actually going to be very close despite the miss. The accuracy is actually so important here for Bl1x3r. We're going to see how close it's going to be. It's going to be very small lead. Oh my god, it's only a 55 point lead for Bl1x3r on the first map despite the miss. The accuracy was just so huge. That's crazy close. But you can see the accuracy. It was a clean miss as well. No app drop at all. Just a straight one miss, 124 300s and 2,300 grades. And you can see the accuracy on Ainsel's side slightly less consistent, and it made all the difference at the end. And we go straight into You Are Miserable T plus Basilite, the hybrid 1 pick here. I suspect that Ainsel will perform a bit better on the LN picks and the hybrid here. You can see that Bl1x3r banned the LN, so definitely not a strong point for them, but I think Ainsel said in the chat that they didn't practice the LN, so I wonder if they're going to go for them anyway and just hope, or if they'll try and pick some of the more difficult Rise picks. Coming into You Are Miserable here though, slightly lower OD, so more in Ainsel's favor and a lot more LNs, so we'll see if Bl1x3r has the accuracy on these LNs as well. This map in particular is also quite backloaded, so the choke potential is quite high if you're a player that succumbs to nerves a bit. Oh, and we see already a 200 drop there from Bl1x3r. You can see the accuracy is a lot more comparable now. A slight lead for Ainsel in the accuracy department on these LNs. Especially in the easier half of the map. We can see here, coming into the first sort of chorusy section of the song, it's neck and neck here. The accuracy for Bl1x3r is recovering, but another 200 is going to set him back just a little bit. Still though, the accuracy is quite comparable. Both players dropping a few 200s here and there in the shields and the short long notes here, or schlongs as they're officially known. We can see such a small lead here for Ainsel. Only 400 points. It flickers back and forth. It will be a question if both players can hold their combo. I think this is going to be insanely close. Coming to the second half of the map, we're going to get into the core Jackie section where I think Bl1x3r will take a huge combo, a huge accuracy lead, but these LNs could maybe trip them up. We will have to see. You can see the accuracy slowly coming into Bl1x3r's favor, but the second half of the map is quite a lot harder than the first. And we'll have to see if Bl1x3r can hold on to this slight accuracy lead or if there's going to be an upset here. These tricky LN patterns are not tripping up Bl1x3r just yet. Oh, and a miss for Ainsel. I think that might seal the deal unless something big happens for Bl1x3r. Now coming up to a huge 10,000 point lead. I think it's going to be rough to come back from this, even with the last part of the map. think this will be another point towards Bl1x3r, bringing it to 2-0 unless there's something major, which I don't think is going to happen. There you have it. With an 11,000 point lead, Bl1x3r takes pick 2, Ainsel's pick on hybrid 1, and now to Bl1x3r's pick. Yeah, that one miss spelled doom for Ainsel, although I think even without it, the accuracy from Bl1x3r is just a bit too much to overcome. But we did see some weakness in the LN sections at the start for Bl1x3r, so maybe that's an angle for Ainsel to pick some of the LN picks. I think we'll definitely see either the SV or, which is Bl1x3r's Protect. So I think we'll be confidently seeing that this match. Or maybe just some more Rice picks. It was quite a convincing lead in the accuracy department, and there's a lot to pick from, especially what I would consider the accuracy pick, which is Rice 2. Let's see where Bl1x3r wants to go with it. Putting some thought into their next pick. Seems to be rolling the dice to decide the pick. Pure vibes-based gameplay. Rice map number 2, we're seeing I would say the easiest out of all of the picks in the Rice category. I think we're going to see a huge ratio battle here. I think any miss, well, I would say any miss would spell doom on the previous Rice pick, but apparently not. But we've seen some pretty crazy scores on this map, so it'll be interesting to see how Bl1x3r does on it. And whether or not Ainsel can keep up in the accuracy department on this pick. It is, I would say, easier to act than Rice 1, so maybe that will lend itself to Ainsel performing as well. Alright, coming into Rice 2, an OD8 maps, which is exactly the same as Rice 1, and roughly the same length as well. This is, I would say, much more of a straightforward map. There's no complicated patterns or timings, just straight hand stream, jump stream, and a few chord jacks as well. And you can see coming into it already, both players holding really strong ratios, although 99.98 from Bl1x3r. I think only 1 or 2 300s here. Very few drops here, and closely followed behind Ainsel, 99.9, still a very respectable score, but Bl1x3r is just putting the bar that high for Ainsel that it's quite rough to come back already in the first section of the map. We're done with the first quarter with a small 1,000 point lead. I suspect that it's going to be a small lead all the way up into the end, and we see the ratio difference. And we see the chord jacky section here. This is very likely light work for our bracket A players. Coming into the denser streams of the map, we'll see if this trips anyone up. Doesn't seem to be so. I think Bl1x3r only dropping a 0.01% accuracy in this section, which is almost nothing, especially for such a high accuracy. Ainsel dropping as well, only 0.01, but and a few 300s there in the jump trill. But again, the accuracy difference in Bl1x3r's performance here is quite strong. I think we might actually see the highest score we've seen on this map so far from Bl1x3r. We'll have to see how they perform in the last quarter here. And the consistency from Bl1x3r is quite strong, actually recovering accuracy further into the map. Ainsel slowly falling behind here, now 99.84. It's a 3,500 point lead, and neither player has dropped the Bl1x3r, which is quite crazy. And we're coming to the last bit here. I think this is going to be another point for Bl1x3r. We're going to see the score here. 99.96% accuracy. It's a 998,599. I think that's the highest we've seen on this map. With only 42 300s. That is insane. That's so difficult to beat. I think anyone else, Ainsel with a score of 994,896, that would be enough to beat almost anyone else, I think, in the bracket that I've seen so far. Only a few people are scoring above 995k. And we go straight into Hybrid 2, Ainsel's Protect. Well, despite the score being 3-0 at the moment, this match has been very exciting. It has been very close. And I think this is Ainsel's Protect. So if we're going to see a performance from Ainsel, this will be the map to go for. This map, a much lower OD of 7.2 and slightly longer at 3 minutes long. It is our least physically demanding map, coming in with a star rating of only 3.37. And I'm joined by a fellow commentator to round out this match, Kniferism. Hello, Kniferism.
What's up, team? What's up?
What's up? We're just coming into the fourth map of the match, Dispel Function. We're currently 3-0 up for Bl1x3r, where this is Ainsel's Pick and Protect. So we're going to see whether or not Ainsel can bring it back on this map.
I think that Ainsel might.
It's got real potential. I was saying this is our least physically demanding map of the pool. It's just very technical and tricky. So we'll have to see if it trips up Bl1x3r's accuracy. Although so far into it, we're seeing slight lead for Bl1x3r of 100 points, which is going to clearly matter a lot. And coming into the LN technical section here, seeing a few drops for Ainsel. Not as much for Bl1x3r, but a 200 for Bl1x3r is going to even it up. These LNs are definitely tripping up Bl1x3r a little bit. Not so much to drop combo, which I think is what Ainsel really wants. But the accuracy difference is actually in Ainsel's favor, I think, for the first time in the tournament. Or in the match, I should say. You can see a slight 1,000 point lead for Ainsel, actually. Those 200s have been very detrimental to Bl1x3r's score. We'll have to see if this pattern holds into the second half of the map.
Yeah, it looks like Bl1x3r's really showing with his releases there. To get those on 300s.
Yeah, the LN releases in this map are quite tricky. It's very easy to drop combo. I think dropping combo, it's probably not very likely in our bracket A for these players. As we've seen, they're quite talented. But the accuracy drops, it could be enough. Like we're coming into the last third of the map here, and we're seeing a strong lead for Ainsel. 2,500. I think that's the strongest lead Ainsel's had, actually, other than the combo drop in Rice 1. I think if Ainsel can just hold on here, it might be a point to them. Ooh, I think I saw a 100 there for Bl1x3r as well. Going down to 99.56% accuracy and a 3,500 point lead for Ainsel. Holding just a slightly higher accuracy, 99.68%. We're coming into the closing part of the map. Can Ainsel hold on to this slight lead?
Oof.
And I think they will.
Yeah.
Oh, and a miss for Bl1x3r as well. I think that seals the deal. Ainsel could
I
even miss here.
believe it does. Yeah.
Oh, and Ainsel does miss actually on the mini jack there. But we're gonna find out. Does that miss seal the deal? I think the accuracy difference is too big. I mean, it's 0.1%.
Yeah, I believe so.
But
yeah.
There you have it. A point for Ainsel. This map may go down on the record is not a clean sweep. There you have it. 983-155 for Ainsel there, slightly beating out the score from Bl1x3r. Bl1x3r actually didn't miss, it was just a slider drop. But alas, I think now we will probably see Bl1x3r go for the SV that they protected.
This will be light work.
Yeah, which is it is in the qualifiers, the map with the most difference between Bl1x3r and Ainsel's scores was actually the SV, I think. Both of them, I think it was a 50,000 point difference. Yeah, and there it is, the SV pick. Although this map is not as difficult as Bl1x3r. Oh, I'm being directed that I have influence over the map.
Ooh, what the?
Pick the tiebreaker.
Chats, can we do that?
Can we get it done?
Is that allowed?
Alright, we're going into the SV pick of the map pool, Good Life. We will see if both players... I expect that Bl1x3r has practiced this, but we'll see if Ainsel has. It'd be pretty ballsy to protect the SV if you hadn't practiced it. Maybe that's the strat. Full
That's
mental.
that is too insane. That is way too crazy.
Just like full psych them out.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think already at the gate. Huge accuracy drops on Ainsel's side. I suspect maybe it was not practiced. As this is
Did not practice it thoroughly. I believe they practiced it, but not as thoroughly.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing the difficulty of the SV here for Ainsel already dropping to a 92%, and Bl1x3r holding on strong here. 98.9, which is quite respectable for the SV pick. We'll see, coming into this first chorus, I think it's actually probably the most difficult, at least in my experience, this first chorus, to actually hold your accuracy on. And the drop from Ainsel there on the teleports. A few accuracy drops from Bl1x3r, but nothing to write home about. And a few more drops on Ainsel's side. I think a 100,000 point lead in the first half of the map. I think it maybe is a sealed deal. A drop from Bl1x3r though. We're not going to be seeing the FC.
You never know. You never know with these
SV
maps, you know.
Anything can happen. We saw a 54 and another drop from Bl1x3r. If that's going to make it happen, anything could make it happen.
This is where Ainsel will take the lead here. This is light work.
Yeah, acting up here on the easier section. Oh, and a drop from Bl1x3r there on the easier slow jam. Here we go, the teleports here. This one you just need to remain calm.
This is a light rhythm section.
I would say this is the easier quarter of the map. You can kind of just play it as you see it. Oh, but a few drops from Bl1x3r. I just don't think it's going to make the difference though. With a full 5% accuracy difference. And
yeah, it's a tough one.
Ainsel struggling to get to that 400 combo mark as well. Really hampering their chances of bringing this one back. I think it's going to be in favor of Bl1x3r here. And there it is. Bringing the match to 4-1 in Bl1x3r's favor on the SV. And there are no more...
Respectable effort. Respectable effort.
Yeah, respectable. There are no more hybrid picks in the pool either. So Ainsel has to decide whether or not to go for the Rice or chance it on the LN. And they're going to go for Rice 5 immediately without a question there. They weren't even sure that it was best of 9. Here we go, we're going for No Wise. It is the only Rice pick with LNs in it. So perhaps it's the best bet.
Yeah.
Here we go, match point for Bl1x3r on Ainsel's pick No Wise here. Rice 5. We will see. Will accuracy prevail, or will the small amount of long notes trip up Bl1x3r? This is one of the maps where it is a lot harder to act because of all the flams.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Not ideal for hacking at all.
And it is the higher OD as well, so you'll see. Definitely taking a toll on Ainsel's accuracy. Bl1x3r seems completely unaffected by the higher OD and the flams. They're very very potent on the attention to detail here on the flams and the very bursty sections here, holding a 99.9. But to see if they can hold this accuracy through the rest of the map. We're done through the first third of the map, just about. Holding about a 0.1% act difference between the two players. The small lead in Bl1x's favor, but even 1-200 will completely swing this back.
Yeah, it's definitely the ratio sort of game right now.
And these flams are super tricky, and a drop from Ainsel is going to spell trouble for them. Now coming into a 12,000 point lead for Bl1x3r, and they seem to be holding onto the ratio quite strong. A little bit of a drop from them, but only minor. Oh, and I think there was a 200 there actually. Now it's 99.85, but that miss is going to be devastating. We've just seen the complete damage of it now that Ainsel's back at the 400 combo mark. 15,000 point lead for Bl1x3r. And this map's already coming to an end. It's quite short, so I think it's actually just going to be a match to Bl1x3r here, unless something devastating happens. Never say never, but... Ooh, that's the start of it. There you go, a miss. A miss for Bl1x3r on the mini jacks there. They can be quite tricky if you get caught off guard by them, so we'll see if they can hold here. It's going to even up the score a bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough unless he misses again. But nah.
There we have it. 5-1 in Bl1x's favor there, with no wise. One miss, 1-200 for Bl1x3r. Otherwise, amazing scores from both players, but unfortunately for Ainsel, Bl1x3r just has the edge on those rice picks.
Yep. Just a little bit unlucky there for Ainsel.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why the SV pick should be practiced a lot, guys. Exclamation point.
Pocket pick, SV.
Yeah.
Neither of these players are out, though. Group A has yet to play, so all players still have the losers bracket. They have to lose twice. So as you can see, our winner is Bl1x3r, seed 7 for our week 2 of bracket A. Congratulations to Bl1x3r.
Yep.
And
I hope
we see more of Ainsel in the future next week against their opponent. I mean, their scores in this match were really competitive. It's just unfortunate for them that Bl1x3r has put the bar so high. I think getting their highest scores in some of the rice picks that we've seen so far in the tournament makes it very difficult to be competitive with them.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Next up at 2 p.m. AEDT, or in 30 minutes if you're not in that time zone, we have a bracket B match, Dime Chocobar versus Ovrix. Dime Chocobar is the actual #1 seed for the SV pick, and they've been posting a few SV scores in the Discord, which have been quite formidable. So I imagine we're going to see another pick of the SV in half an hour, and I'm very excited for that as well.
We've seen another outside performance from Dime Chocobar. What matters is performance on the day, mate.
Yeah. That's all, Matt. What we saw here, a few little chokes here and there can cost you the point. But we will be taking a break for the next half hour. In the meantime, I've been Lusty Platypus, joined by Kniferism. Thank you very much for coming along, Kniferism.
lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also a big thank you to our streamer Epsilon for streaming for us, and thank you for all the viewers for watching. See you guys.
Alright, see you everyone.